expecting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Ain't no such thing. Alabama.
Brady now on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr and a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 26 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and...
Now a play fake. Brady. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
42's the mark. 42's the mark. Watch the slant. Let's go. Mike 42. Mike 42.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
On the carry.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Check 26. Check 26. He's trying. He's checking. Crash. Check the hot read. Kill. Motion.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The 6-yard line.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Matt Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Darren Waller. Incomplete. 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 now. Get ready.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 70 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry. Let me too. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Motion.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Check tight. Switch. Watch twist. Hey, second.
After the penalty, it's Fournette.
Leonard Fournette, the ball.
Obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. From midfield, here's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check nine.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought
Nevin Lawson there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 15.
On second and 15 now. Brady. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. A give to McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
the Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs If you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. He finds an opening past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that goes for a gain of 31.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Quickly into the hands of Waller.
They are not ready for us.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into some...